Very good morning. Today is the July 5th, Friday, Sensex Expiry. The time is at about 9:56 a.m. So today morning, yesterday night I had 8,000 straddle, which I have to exit because I see market is actually going down quite a bit. So I did not want to really take that risk, and I have exited about 12,000 profit. This was like first 30 seconds, I think even less than that. But later on, these are all my levels. So for today, which is the lowest is about 79733. Obviously, this is broken right now. And then the median is about 80437. And then the highest is about 8110. But I think, as I said today, because it has broken, I do feel it's going to be a bearish market. So I have to change my view for today. So these are my current positions at this point of time. And I have started Sensex building the positions at around 8,000. Refresh this. I'm not sure if any change happened. All right. So 8,000 CE, and then on the downside, I did start with 79,000 PE. I have gained some money out there, and then eventually I have to. This was in fact this is the straddle which I had to close, and the ratio between these positions is not equal. I'll not say it's 1:3, but it's close to 1:2.5. Depending on how the market would actually move, I might change some of these positions. When it comes to Midcap Nifty, again, Midcap Nifty is pretty much stable. I did not see any issues, but however, I did close 12,650 CE today morning, and then moved a little bit closer to 12,625. And Midcap Nifty also is at the peak right now. I'm not expecting it's going to really sustain the peak at this level. So even when you look at the RSI, RSI is relative strength index. So that also is showing very close to overbought region. So I'm going to, mostly on the Sensex side, I'm going to stay on this trade for some time. So if everything goes well, it will give about 7 lakhs, I think. I did use close to, I think it's close to 70% capital on Sensex, remaining capital and Midcap Nifty. I'm left with about probably about 10 to 15% capital. In case if there is an adjustment that I need to do, probably I'll use it. But I think overall it's a good start. We'll have to see how the day would unfold. I will be back at about 11:30 or 12. Take care. Bye. Welcome back. Time is at about 11 o'clock, and I had to change my positions quite a bit. I think I'll tell you the rationale before I get into the changes that I made. So PCR suddenly became, which is equal to close to 1.0 either. And also, as you can see, both CE and then PE are equally poised. And then this is a full day. Full day, again, both CE and PE are equal. And also today's change in the OI also pretty much similar. So I thought it's going to be a bit of a fight between bulls and bears, or the call and then put. So that's the reason I had to change my position size and also my view. And also, if you look at Sensex, so this was the line that I drew, 79734. It pretty much reached back this level. This is the lowest level, and I do not know whether it's going to take the resistance here and then move up, or it's going to stay here or come back. I do not know, but we will see how the day would shape up. But these are all my positions at this point of time. Let me get on to open interest. So, all right. So positions, Midcap Nifty did fairly well. As I said, I did only one change. In fact, there are two changes. So one thing is I sold 12,650 CE, and I also sold, my apologies, I exited 12,650 CE and I exited 12,200 PE, which both are with some profit. I have moved the positions to a bit closer to the spot price, which is 12,225 PE, and then 12,625 CE. The remaining things are, these two are anyway hedges. Coming back to Sensex, Sensex has been a bit of a challenge. The reason was earlier my positions were a lot more higher here, and then PE was pretty much negligible, but I had to change my view. I would stay pretty much neutral for rest of the day, hopefully. And if everything goes well, this would give close to 8 lakhs, I think. And the Midcap Nifty, depending on how the day goes, I might exit some of the trades, but I will see. This is some capital I used, and then I think I am not left with any more capital at this point of time. But what I'll do is I will, depending on how these trades would move, I will probably reduce the capital size to about 10,000 lots, so that I will have some capital in case if there is any unforeseen incident, either it is spike or the drop, I'll be able to manage the position. So right now I do not have any fuel left, so that's the reason. I think that's all for now, and I will probably come back at about 2 o'clock. Bye-bye. Time is at about 2 o'clock, and after my previous video, the dynamics have changed quite significantly. So currently, call OI is more than the put OI, and also you can see here, and overall this is anyway full day. As of now, 79,800 seems to be quite stronger. In fact, I was hovering in the 80,000, but right now this seems to be quite strong. And when I go back to, so this was the line that I drew earlier. And let's look at my positions right now. I see the, all right, so this is where I am. So there was, I'm at, this is Midcap Nifty. So I'm at 79,500 PE and also 79,900 CE. And as you can see here, the market is actually falling. Just checking why there is no impact on my positions. It should be, definitely. Second. Oh, okay. So the reason was I had, where is the Sensex? I had more number of positions on the CE side versus less number of positions on the put side. That's the reason why it is falling. There is not much of an impact. Was actually hovering between these two. I started as bullish and then became bearish and then became neutral. Right now I'm again becoming bullish. So this is a bit of a dynamic day. Again, that reflects into the way which Sensex has more, right? So, and this is the number that I drew starting of the day, right? So this is still, I believe, intact, 79734. This is the lower one. And as you can see, it fell down and then again going up. Let me look at my positions again. So 1 second. So sensible, the updates would happen after 1 or 2 seconds or 1 or 2 minutes rather, or even probably few seconds, not minutes. So as of now, 7 to 9, probably I'll get on to click kite to see the positions. All right, so these are the positions and okay, all right. So CE, I'm at 79,900 CE and then the PE about 8,000. So both are in the profit side now, but then I lost heavily on 7,600 PE. I think, yeah, this is, I tested this multiple times, but then I had to exit because of the stop losses. I did not want to risk that money. And overall, if I exclude the stocks, it's about probably 4 lakhs, I think, as of now. Yeah, around 4 lakhs. And all right, so if Sensex, I'll probably stay with this position at this point of time, which is 79,900 and then 79,500 PE. And let's say if I go with these positions, if everything goes well, I'll exit at about 5 lakhs. And Midcap Nifty, I made some changes. I saw some bit of a Midcap Nifty actually going pretty much aggressively up. However, if you look at, these are all the normal pivot points, and then I think somewhere close to it, it took some bit of resistance. But as you can see here, there is a put OI which is stronger, and then you pretty much would not see much of a resistance on the top. So, and also the highest point is about 12,750. The next highest is 12,700, and also this put is quite strong here, 12,500 put. I think probably Midcap Nifty is definitely bullish in nature. So because it got the quantity is a little higher, so I do not want to make the change right now. So this is where I will stay for some time and then see how the day would unfold. And Midcap Nifty, again, this is for Monday. Today I will end up at maybe about 80,000. Let's see. Okay, that's all for now. All right, so welcome back. And most of the Sensex profits were taken out by this particular spike, which happened at about, I think, 3 p.m. But that's part of life, so we can't do much. Currently, the time is at about, what is the time? It's 3:24. So I am in green somehow, so I had to exit most of my positions. Stop loss were hit. That's at least good. And other day, probably I would have got into some red here because the spike was quite brutal. So Sensex, I pretty much closed all the positions. I'm not going to do any more, and I think I did quite a bit of positions there. And Midcap Nifty, I'm still in green, and I'm going to carry forward some of these positions. It's very small quantity. In fact, I exited. So this carry forward positions also, I closed some of them. So I think today, I would say the profit is at about 2.31 lakhs. At one point of time, it was hovering at about 7 lakhs over, but that's all right. So we can't predict the next moment in trading. Only one good news is at least the prediction that I was thinking, the line which I drew in the starting of the day, it did not cross, which is 79742. I think it's, apologies, 79734. It is closing above that. That's definitely one good news that linear regression is working. And so overall this week has been good. Pretty much all the days were green, which is little unusual, but let's see. Probably next week I'll do some passive trading. I'm not going to put all the capital. Just want to protect the capital. That's all. That's the main intention. I think looks like Sensex is going to exactly close at about 80,000. Yeah, I wish I stayed back on the 80,000 stand-in, but anyway, it's very difficult to predict a day, so that's where I have to exit. That's all right. So I think overall, great day, if not worst day. So at least I ended up in green. That's all. Have a great remaining day. I think some of you asked me if I can do a positional trade. So I do a positional trade in my one more account, which is a small account with a margin of about 30 lakhs, I think. But I usually use 20 lakhs for this particular positional trade. I will explain this in detail. Most I'll do a separate video on this. And in fact, this particular trade I started with 25,000 CE. This is a July expiry, monthly expiry. And then on the lowest side, I started with 23,000 P. I did make some money, not a big money, but it's 1 or 2%. But I think as some of you asked the positional trade, I will explain this. Have a great day and then great weekend. See you back on Monday or maybe one more video over the weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.